Hey everybody, welcome to Bank of Trading Value. We've officially started to adopt that as this, and you're going to see the name change here pretty soon, just slowly transitioning to it. But if you are here after the name change, fantastic. You saw the title. There is absolutely no freaking easy button when it comes to trading. Specifically on roller coaster, we want to stick to Rollbit and roller coaster since that is where we got the momentum. But this could be applied to everything. This could be applied to Forex, crypto. It could be applied to bartering anything on off the street at a market. There is no easy button. If you are trading, if you're trading currencies, if you're trading rocks, there is no easy button. What does that mean? Well, let me put something up here on the screen that you can read along with. There is no magic switch or easy button for trading. You either set a plan, learn your own self, I'll get into that in a second, follow the plan, and learn when to sell, or you're a fish ready to be eaten by whales. I had to shorten it up to fit the screen, but that's what it would be. So, not financial advice. Obviously, you do your own research. I'm qualified. I'm required to say that because I am not a financial advisor. That is actually a legal thing. So when you hear people say that, that's the reason. So that's the disclaimer. This is for education. Now, when I say learn your own self, that's what part of that education is. Some people are very cool, calm, collected when it comes to business, when it comes to women, when it comes to so many other things in life, and then you just put them even $1 in front of them, and they become unhinged, right? They just lose it. They become somebody else. Now, maybe some of you say, hey, I put $1 in trading. I did $100 or 100 USDT and all of these things in trading. It was nothing to me, and I got it. And then you got to a certain point. Maybe it was up to 1,000. Maybe it's up to 10. And then you start getting overconfident. Then you're like, oh my goodness, it took me 6 months to build this up. It took me 5 days to build this up, and I lost a section, a section of it, that 1 month worth of money in just one day. Well, that happens sometimes. Okay, calm. Stay calm. Look at it rationally. But instead, you didn't learn your own weakness. You didn't get put in that situation where you had a weakness that was exposed like that. So what happened? You took you days or weeks for a smaller amount, or months. You know those Wall Street bet videos that people watch online or they read on Reddit, and they say, hey, I started with just 10,000 in the account. I got up to 500,000 and then it went to zero. Well, that's why they didn't learn themselves. They just kept doing it. They actually, what was happening is they gambled in the beginning, got lucky, and like what any gambler, they say, oh, I would never do that. Yeah, that's the first sign. I would have done that in the beginning. Once I got lucky, I would use smaller amounts. Most people don't have that self control. That's what it is. That's why it's no easy button. Many of you have these problems here. Let me show you on the screen. Right here. You see this on the screen? Let's take these off the screen so it's no distraction. It's withdrawals. Yes, this is the Bank of Trader Value, so I'm going to show you some of these. Withdrawals, mediocrity. That's your results, the negative results. You're losing way too much money too often. You're not consistent and everything like that. Those are your results that you got on the withdrawal list. Obviously, you can still make money even with some of these bad traits, right? If you're inconsistent in making profits, but your wins are much bigger. Let's say you can't consistently do it day by day or month by month. 1 month you make $10,000. Another month you lose 2,000. 1 month you're up 4,000. Another month you're down 1,500. You're still making money. You see that? But so on the result side of the negative, because we got the positive today, we're going to talk about the negatives. That's where that is, the mediocrity. Overly risky trading. Some people think that no, low risk trading is using the 100x when they see Rollbit has 1,000x, and that's just how far this pendulum has swung. 100x is very risky. 10x is still highly risky. Some people are saying, hey, 20x is low risk. 3x is actually relatively risky depending on how much money is in there. And even still, depending on what crypto it is, if the crypto moves enough where you can get liquidated pretty easily with 3x, that's overly risky. It all really depends on how much money you put in, how often the trade is, and it's just there. Now, overly risky trading, again, all of these on here, you can still make money if your deposits outweigh all of this. Problem: most people's deposits don't outweigh their withdrawals. There are other ones, we call them overdrafts, that there is absolutely no way, I would say very unlikely, that we can do it. But here, now we go down to unproductive trading. Okay? Unproductive trading. That means you're just trading a trade. You didn't trade with a purpose. You're just coming in and saying, it's not even like, okay, let me get experience so I can learn what the ins and outs are. It's more like, I got to do something just to do it. That's not good. That's a distraction. It's a waste of time. And most likely you're losing money. Unproductive trading. I've done that a lot, actually, over the years. And I said, let me not do that. So another one. This is what I run into a lot. Wanting to quit a job to trade, aka make this your sole source of income. That's probably not gonna happen. And what I've had to discuss with some family members and some other people that knew me, I said, hey, look, not financial advice, hey, work a freaking job before you think about doing trading, especially the day trading stuff. But if so, just, hey, give it 30 minutes or an hour. That's it. Stop all these other hours. That's unnecessary. I had to learn too. Put 12 and 16 hours in the trades. Nah. Even though that's like the thing that I do, but yeah. Wanting to quit a job to trade, that's probably the bane of most people I run into. That and the overly risking trading go hand in hand. Wanting to quit a job to trade, you are literally looking to take gamble risks. That's where these meme coins get all of these pumps at, and then they think they're going to be one of them. They're getting lucky. That's gambling mindset. Why would somebody want to put their life on a gamble like that? Hey, that's what the person wants to do. That's them. Maybe, hopefully, here on this video, I'll convince you not to do it. Emotionally excessive trading. Again, that goes with that mediocrity portion. Now, many people go into the positive, like they're happy, and then they get greedy. They don't know when to sell. They're like, oh, it hit my goal. I had $10. I made 15 on top of that, so I have 25 in total. And it seems to be going up and up and up. But you didn't even secure the 15 yet. It's one thing if you secured the 15 and then you let whatever fly, and then if it goes up, or whatever. But you didn't secure it. You like took it out and re-entered because you got greedy. You didn't follow your plan. Remember, here it is right here. Let's look at here on this page. It says you either set a plan, learn your own self, which is what we're talking about now. Follow the plan. Most people don't follow their plan. And it wasn't really a plan, it was an idea. Learn when to sell. That right there is the hardest thing for people to get right. When to buy, when to sell. There's something behind that I'll talk about on another video. There's an emotion that comes with that. We're going to talk about it on another video. Or you can learn that right now by joining our private group, the Bank of Trade and Value private group. If you're interested in that, it's only $30 a month. We talk about entrepreneurship. We talk about more than just trading, because what we're doing here is creating an army of people. We're trying to reach 10,000, 100,000 people so that they can go out. They reach another 1, 2, 5 lives. Because if they're stronger economically, they take care of a family. The family's taken care of, it goes there. You generate money within your economies and the local communities, and it starts to build everybody up. And it's a win-win scenario. So my goal right there is to provide more than $30 worth of value. So we're going to talk about more than trading. If somebody has some sort of business in there, we're going to talk about those business ideas. Obviously not financial advice, legal advice, or anything like that, but we're going to be talking about things like think about a mastermind. Some people call those mastermind groups. We're talking about a synergy where people, once this gets big enough, people will be able to network. Imagine the group now is filled with those 10,000, 100,000 people. Now there are sections, because we're going to have a section where it's the planning room, right? That's where we Then with that concrete group, there's probably a different premium thing for that. We talk about the ideas on what to do with the money after we got the money. See, right now we're at the stage on, like this video you got here, we're in a stage of building the money, the idea behind the money, the thoughts and your plans you're going to make on your own with the education. You get that there. You join our $30 per month group, the premium group. That is telling you how to make the money in a more concentrated, easy to follow way. That you get at least $30 in value. Imagine being able to make that $30 per month that you just did there. And then that's what you did. That's starting off good. That's step one. That means you've made and broke even on the money that you put in. And then doing better. That's the growth. That's what we're going for. Now, anyway, you do all of this, or you're just a fish ready to be eaten by the whales. Now, if you can't control your emotions, either greed or despair, if you're filled with too much doubt when you're doing that, well, you're going to be eaten up by the people that don't have that doubt, aka the whales. They're ready to eat you up, chew you up. They're ready to chew you and swallow you, not spit you out. They're ready to chew you aggressively with a smile and swallow you. That's your money gone. The middleman, which are the transaction fees, the exchanges, and all of these other things on top of that, they're there trying to get it. They're like the little minnows or whatever, or the things that hang on, the parasites that hang on the whales, and then they're there trying to suck up whatever they can outside of it. And they're providing a service. I don't want to say parasite necessarily. Many of them are providing services. But still, they're there trying to chomp up any of the shrapnel that the whales are, leaving there. The blood in the water and all of that stuff. We got the sharks hanging around. Okay, cool. This chunk of food wasn't eaten by the whale. Let me eat that. Now, you want to be able to put yourself in a position where you are not the one eaten by the whale. Maybe you're whale hunting at one point and you become a whale. But in a different way. You're the whale hunting whale. Okay? There are no easy buttons here. You got to put in the work. Now, when it comes to Rollercoaster and Rollbit, let's get back to that. All right. Let's put this back on the screen. Here we are. Oh, wrong one. There's no easy button to trade in Rollercoaster. If you look at those withdrawals and then think to yourself and say, hey, what is that? Now, you notice that some of these videos are not going to be talking about specifically on trading Rollercoaster. You know why? Because what I found out is that, basic information is pretty good with people. If I were to sit down and walk with people, talk to people, which there are some limitations because I can't give financial advice. I can give education and strategy, my own perspective on these things. But if I were to sit down with most people and told them, hey, here's how you do A, B, C, and D. You come in with this trade, you form a plan, and blah, blah, blah. Just the generic thing right there, right? People are able to do that pretty simply. They're not dumb. Most people aren't dumb. But what happens is they don't know themselves. Imagine you trying to learn a language. If you don't know that you lack patience when it comes to learning things, then you're going to say the teacher's bad. Because maybe that teacher has hundreds of people and they can't personalize something to you. Maybe if the person was able to personalize it to you, they can find that, oh, this person lacks patience, so I need to come here to counteract that. But because many of these things are not personalized, we're not able to, as the people that are educating, able to see the individual person. So we have to, sell that to a specific person. And it doesn't necessarily fit everybody. It fits a lot of people under that one personality type, but it doesn't fit everybody. So this is where the importance of learning self in here. If you lack self-control, particularly emotionally, you're setting yourself up to fail every single time. If you have a gambling mindset, an addictive mindset when it comes to this on roller coaster, whether it's at 1000x, 10x, 1x, right? Whether it's at 100x, and you can't realize that you can take $10 and turn it into 100 and then stop $10 and turn it 10 into 20, that's double. Imagine then you come another day, that 20 goes to 40. The 40 goes to 80. But instead, you're like, hey, I got this picture in my mind. I got to get this all at once. I can't trade this every day. Imagine you only trade once or twice a week. You went from 10 to 20. Okay? The next week, 20 to 40. The next week, 40 to 80. The next week, 80 to 160. You made that in 1 month. 160 to 320. That's already week number 5. Assuming, obviously, this is profit every single time you're doing it. And then you're able to do equalized trading sizes, which means you double all of those. Obviously, this is oversimplified and not necessarily something that happens in real life, but average. Let's say that was an average that you can do. Imagine you do that 2 times a week, but still. Then the next week, 640. Then the next week, 1,280. Then the next week, 2,560. You see what I'm saying? Versus, I need to make $300 from this 10 in 1 day. Yeah, maybe you can do it. But then when you get to close to 300, or when you get to 300, funny enough, you don't even stop. Oh, if I did 300, I could do more. If I did 100, I can do more. If I did 50, I can do more. These are goals that you could set for yourself. Hey, I want to do $50 today. Then you get there and you didn't even stick to it because you didn't learn yourself and your own weaknesses. And maybe you do, but only when you're in despair that you wipe it away and don't do self-reflection because you don't take notes. This is where there's no easy button. Stop the illusion where there's an easy button in your mind. The do this and win portion is learning yourself. We talk about that in depth in the private group just created. Obviously, it's very small. It's a cozy, tight-knit group. If you want that, come and comment down in the comment section below. Pretty soon, we'll just start leaving that in the description and in the post below. So we're getting all our stuff tidy and close-knit as we're combining different groups together and also closing other ones. It was good for a while. Now we're going on a different level. Inflation is going crazy. The matrix is going intense in overdrive to create more and more slaves, more and more colonized people. You can either be colonized and ruled, because colonization is slavery, except with just less people around. You don't need to be in chains. They just mentally warp you. You can either be colonized in the mind, you can be a slave, or you can break this matrix. You can break that system and get to a higher level and higher ranking within that system so that you have a little bit more autonomy and controlling yourself. And if that's what you're looking for, join us down below. Comment and say, hey, I want to join that group. $30 per month. We start this now. And look, just like here. And you can call it out publicly. Right? Because we're talking about other things just other than trading. Because there's limitations to what I can do when I'm talking about things. I can give education. So you can call on and say, hey, this is education work or not. I'm not going to screen anybody. They can go ahead and make their comments and everything. But if they disagree or something like that, we'll have you call in live so that people can hear exactly what the disagreement was. If we're talking about businesses and everything, and you got a disagreement with that, you call in live. Once we have this group big enough, here on YouTube and other platforms and everything, I want people to call in. You can call in and ask questions and everything. We do that very much in depth when we're coming into that group. I call it the Game of Life Adventure. Okay, Game of Life Adventure. I go into that in more detail in the future. But if you want to start winning on roller coaster, you want to start winning in other areas, you will join that. All right, that's it. Short video today. I was gonna have it on somebody that actually was able to send me the screenshots and everything of what they were doing. They were able to take 20 and take that up to 64 or $65. Yeah, 64 or $65. I said, hey, let's wait. I'm not going to make a video on that just now. Right? I'm not going to make a video on that right now. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the other mindset, because we're going to need this approach when it comes into trading. It's not all about the pizzazz. These aren't sexy videos. They're not going to get the most views. But guess what? This is going to be the most value. Okay? The most value given out. So, talk to you all on the next one. Peace out. Like, comment, subscribe, and join us. Peace.